What is good, my people, my peeps? Good afternoon to you all. So we're in on this podcast today, ear hustling. That's right. We're being nosy. We're just going to ear hustle on a press conference. They're doing their question and answering part of the press conference right now. But don't worry, we're going to rewind it, listen to it in its entirety, okay? And we're going to just comment on it. Yeah, this is dealing with what President Trump has declared, the executive order he signed regarding the National Guard. So welcome in. Make sure you hit the thumbs up as you come in the building. Let's get it. Let's go. We are ear hustling, y'all. That's right. Let's go.
That Ukraine will have to see.
No worries, no worries. You know how it goes down over
Some
here.
land to Russia. Zelensky has repeatedly said no land for peace. That's not going to happen. Has this administration communicated to Zelensky that he's going to have to change that position?
Look, I appreciate you're asking that question in a different way than your colleague Michael in the back. I don't want to get into the details
Hello,
of these
Carla.
negotiations
Welcome
and these
in.
discussions that have taken place out of respect for where we are right now. And I'll let the president speak on it further if he wishes to.
More about Israel. Sure. I know the president has had a call with Prime Minister Netanyahu recently. Netanyahu is planning to seize the remainder of Gaza City. What is the administration's position on this move by Israel's government?
Look, this is an incredibly complex and complicated war that, again, was inherited.
Once again, don't worry. We got the buffering going
by this
on.
president, by his predecessor, Joe
We're gonna have
Biden.
a conversation.
October 7th was one of the worst days in history. We saw innocent people slaughtered, murdered, kidnapped by Hamas terrorists. This administration has taken extensive time and effort and resources since Inauguration Day in January to end this conflict. We have given many flexible arrangements backed by Israel to Hamas, and unfortunately, Hamas has never agreed. Looking ahead, I will let the president speak on where he sees this going, but this is, of course, an incredibly complex and complicated situation. The administration has made our goal clear. We want to see this conflict end. We want to see the hostages released, and we've tried. The president and his national security team have given extensive effort and time to doing that.
Well, with how Israel has used those resources and the assistance that you've provided?
Look, I'll let the president speak on the further actions that Israel may or may not be taking. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well, Carolyn. Thank you. The Kremlin is expressing interest that Friday's meeting will move beyond just terms to end the war into improving bilateral relations. There's talk over how they're interested in potentially restoring direct flights between Russia and the United States. Is President Trump open to those kind of peripheral conversations, or is this directly focused on ending the war in Ukraine?
I think this conversation on Friday is focused on ending the war in Ukraine as far as the president's perspective goes. Those conversations, I think the president is interested in having, but his main priority right now is ending this war and to stop the killing that has gone on for far too long. You're welcome. In the back, go ahead.
Yeah, two questions on the economy. So first, we've had small businesses tell us that it's not foreign exporters who are eating the tariffs, it's them. And they've held off on raising prices, but soon they're going to have to raise prices. What is the White House's message to them?
The White House's message to our small business owners across the country is you have never had a better ally or friend or supporter in this White House than President Donald Trump, who is a businessman himself, who understands your concerns and who wants to restore wealth back to our country through the powerful use of tariffs. And that's what he's focused on doing, while simultaneously driving down costs. You have to remember, we are 6 months into this administration, and we had a president who had no business experience, had no idea what he was doing, and who funneled billions of wasteful spending dollars into our economy, which created the worst inflation crisis in a generation. Now this president is focused on tackling inflation, deregulating, cutting costs, cutting red tape to make it easier for small business owners to thrive. And again, the economic indicators show that we are moving in the right direction. In January, when this president showed up to the White House, the 6-month annualized core inflation rate was 3.7%. Today, 6 months later, the 6-month annualized core inflation rate is 2.4%. So we are trending in the right direction. Moving forward, since President Trump took office, for another 6 months, inflation will be tracking at 1.9%. At this trajectory, you look at grocery prices, they fell, energy prices fell, fuel oil fell, ship fares fell, propane fell, butter, margarine, eggs, non-prescription drugs. You go through the list of items that are falling. And then I would also point to that report this morning showing that small business optimism has reached a 5-month high. So look, we inherited an economic mess from the previous administration, but this administration is focused on fixing it every day. And part of that is signing the largest tax cuts into law to put more money back into the pockets of these small business owners.
Just on the BLS, they collect the inflation data. Obviously, if the jobs data is not reliable, should Americans trust the inflation data?
Well, look, the jobs data has had massive revisions. We want to ensure that all of the data, the inflation data, the jobs data, any data point that is coming out of the BLS is trustworthy and is accurate, which is why the president has restored new leadership at the BLS. Sure, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Welcome, Andrew King.
Gavin Newsom has said that California is going to sue in response to the government's demand for $1 billion from UCLA over the DOJ's anti-Semitism findings. Newsom has called this extortion.
Okay, guys, you are listening in. I might go ahead and rewind it because now they're on to national news. This is the White House press conference with Secretary Caroline, and we're listening to her press secretary. But we're going to rewind it because I do want to touch on the fact of the president sending or signing an executive order regarding the National Guard. And what are your thoughts about that as far as they're talking about Washington and the crime and all of that. So what I'm going to do is we're going to rewind it a little bit here. And we're going to get into listening, ear hustling, y'all. We ear hustling, y'all, and we're going to talk about it. That's right. Let's get it. We're going to show enough talk about it. All right. As you enter the chat, go ahead and hit the thumbs up for me.
An average and
you can also support the Cash App in this platform. We do appreciate all donations.
The lowest daily apprehension average ever. The lowest single day apprehensions ever. And for the third straight month, there were 0 illegal aliens released into the country. Let me repeat that remarkable statistic. For the third month in a row, not a single illegal alien was released by the Trump administration into the United States of America. This is historic. Under President Trump, this border is the most secure it has ever been. When you fortify the border, when you restore deterrence, and when you empower Border Patrol agents and our brave men and women in uniform to actually do their jobs to enforce our laws, like this president has, this is the incredible result. And in the interior of our country, criminal illegal aliens continue to be arrested and removed. Here are some of the criminals arrested by ICE in just the last few days. ICE Buffalo arrested an illegal alien from Jamaica convicted of attempted murder. ICE Buffalo also arrested an illegal alien from Ecuador convicted of leaving the scene of an accident resulting in death. ICE Houston arrested an illegal alien from Mexico convicted of manslaughter. ICE Newark arrested an illegal alien from Mexico convicted of the sexual assault of a minor. ICE Dallas arrested an illegal alien from Mexico convicted of assault causing bodily injury. And already the Trump administration has arrested more than 300,000 illegal aliens in 2025. Again, more than 300,000 illegal alien criminals have been arrested in the interior of our country in the first 6 months of this administration. And despite many false reports in the media, nearly 70% of these arrests have been criminal aliens with criminal charges or prior convictions. This is success all around. This is removing the most dangerous public safety threats from America's communities and returning these individuals to their home countries. So there's been success all around. I'm sure you have a lot of questions today. I'm happy to get to them. So let's get started. And as always, we'll start with our new media seat, who is our podcast host today, Benny Johnson. Benny, why don't you kick us off? And thanks for being here.
Thank you, Caroline. As a DC resident of 15 years, I lived on Capitol Hill.
You know, we're going to deal with a little buffering, so just hang tight. We're ear hustling today, guys. This is a podcast strictly for ear hustling. This is listening in to the White House press conference. And we really want to hear about the president and the executive order of National Guard going into Washington, D.C. Yes, indeed. We want to hear about
I witnessed so many muggings and so much theft. I lost track. I was carjacked. I have murders on my ring camera and mass shootings.
Wait.
I witnessed a woman on my block.
Pause for the cause. Okay, so we're going to have to go back just a little bit more. We're going to have to rewind it. But this man, I want y'all to hear him talk about what he's witnessed in living in Washington, D.C. And it just really, partner, if y'all see him, he got a blue suit on, white collar, hint, hint. You know, but he talking about all this stuff he witnessed while he's living in this neighborhood. I doubt if he even lives in a neighborhood like this. But let me rewind it a little bit so y'all can hear. We air hustling, y'all. And it's buffering, y'all. So, you know, we got to make do what we got to make do.
Have been arrested in the interior.
So let me try to get back to oh boy. Let's see. And then we're going to rewind.
Who is our podcast host today, Benny Johnson. Benny, why don't you kick us off?
Stop lying, Benny.
Thank you, Caroline. As a DC resident of 15 years, I lived on Capitol Hill. I witnessed so many muggings and so much theft. I lost track. I was carjacked. I have murders on my ring camera and mass shootings. I witnessed a woman on my block get held up at gunpoint for $20. And my house was set ablaze in an arson with my infant child inside. So any report that says and lies that DC is a safe place to live and work, let me just say this. Thank you. Thank you for making the city safe.
Benny lied, y'all. Y'all hear how Benny said he was living on Capitol Hill? Benny, you lying, partner. I'm trying to tell you. Benny lying. Benny ain't witnessed murders and drug deals. Come on, Benny. You just lying. Let's go.
Parents should have to go through what my family went through, having the fire department rip open their door to save their infant child. And so thank you for your work on securing this city. My question to you is this. Nancy Pelosi has attacked the president for deploying the National Guard to the city, saying that it is to cover for his incompetence. Hillary Clinton has also attacked the president for securing the city of Washington, D.C. I'd like to get your response to Nancy Pelosi and Hillary.
Sure. Well, first of all, Benny, I'm so sorry that happened to you and your family. There have been, unfortunately, far too many victims of crime in this city. And I know the majority of residents in the District of Columbia agree with you. In fact, a new poll from the Washington Post I was reading this morning, this was released in May of 2024. So it's quite funny how many of you in the media agreed with what the president was saying yesterday. But now once the president says it, many of you are disagreeing with him. But this poll released by the Washington Post found that 65% of district residents think crime is an extremely serious or a very serious problem. And this was up from 56% last year. So the concern that you share with so many other residents in the District of Columbia is real. And that's why this president is taking action to address it. To get to the heart of your question, I think it's despicable that Democrats cannot agree that we need more law and order in a city that has been ravaged by violence, crime, murders, property theft. This should be a winning issue for all Americans. I don't understand. It's just anything President Trump does, the Democrats want to disagree with. I think the president would love to work with Democrats on this issue to bring law and order to America's cities, but unfortunately they have failed. And that's why he's taken this historic action to federalize the National Guard. And as you're seeing from last night's numbers, we already have seen success. We are removing violent offenders, we are arresting criminals, and we are removing drugs and firearms off of the streets of the city to make it safer for all of its residents.
Just a very quick follow-up to that. Given the heroic actions of a member of this administration just a few blocks from this building, will the president consider giving the Presidential Medal of Freedom to Big Balls?
I haven't spoken to him about that, but perhaps it's something he would consider. I'll ask him and get back to you. Thanks for being here.
That wasn't funny, Benny.
President Trump's summit on Friday. Why not invite Ukrainian President Zelensky to that summit? I know the president said yesterday that he planned to speak with him right after the summit and even before. But why not invite Zelensky? And whose decision was it to not invite him? Was it the president or was it President Putin?
Well, this meeting came about because the president of Russia asked the president of the United States to meet through his special envoy, Steve Witkoff, who, as you all know, traveled to Russia to have a conversation with Putin at his request. And so the president is agreeing aliens released into the
we're going back just a little farther, y'all. We're going to hear
right
about
now,
Washington.
who has been more committed to preventing wars
let me pause for the cause, because I know there's a lot of folks sleep out there. I know it's a lot of folks sleep. They was left in 2012, y'all. They didn't make the shift in 2012. It's been so many shifts. They just still sleep. They still believe that the president lives at the White House. Y'all, you know, let me just inform you. You better be glad you got your elders around here. Your godmother is in the building. Hello, how you doing this afternoon? It's Ethereal on the mic. Look here. When I was a young girl, yes, when I was just a little jitterbug, right? Back in the day, they used to allow tours. You know, children, you get excited when your school would come and say, you know, there's a competition, you know, write an essay about, you know, it's something dealing with some type of history or whatever. Write this essay, you can win a trip to go tour the White House. Y'all, you know, you Gen Xers and, you know, some of y'all baby boomers and maybe some of y'all millennials might have remembered. They used to let children, and they used to have tours at the White House. Remember that? Now, don't tell me because 9/11 and all that happened, they shut all that down. Because, you know, just like they get tougher security at the airports, they could have had tougher. The White House been sold, y'all. Now, I did a report on that on TikTok a long time ago. Man, them folks came for me. The White House has been sold. The president don't even live at the White House. You can't even tour the White House no more. Y'all living in the dark. I'm be trying to bring y'all to the light. Y'all living in a show enough dark. Okay? That when y'all be seeing a president, it's like he's just entered the stage. When he go in that global office, baby, it's just like a set. It's just like going to Graceland, honey. Everything's still set up. You know, you can tour Graceland. The president be touring be touring the White House's damn stuff. Because nobody live in the White House because they don't. America does not even own the White House, my people, my peeps. No, say it ain't so. She's lying. Boo her. She's lying. America don't even own the White House. America don't even own half of the lands in America. It's owned by Japanese. San Francisco, Japanese. But I know y'all want to be asleep. I know y'all think the president cleaning up the streets, but you know, I'm sorry. Excuse me. I just had to go on this little rant real quick because so many people think that the president really is living in the White House. Like we really still have all this massive power, and we don't. But we just gonna listen in because we just ear hustling over here today. It's Ether on the mic. You can call me your godmother. I'm here for you, baby. I'm gonna give you this work, okay? Let's just listen into what these folks are lying about, okay? Let me push it on up a little bit. And you know, we have technical difficulties over here every now and again. The system be buffering. Go ahead and support the platform. Maybe I need to get higher resolution on internet or something, y'all. The CashApp is scrolling right on by. It's scrolling right on by. You can hit the CashApp and you get the shout out, okay? So let me see if I can get it back to where. Oh, hold on.
But John, to continue its possible development, to diversify.
Hush your mouth. Gotta get back to where we was at. We jumped to a whole different video. So y'all hold tight. Like I was saying, you can go ahead and support and make sure as you enter the building, be courteous. When you come into somebody's house,
to acknowledge this
ring the doorbell. Ring the doorbell when you come in somebody's house. Hit the thumbs up. When you come in and you listen. I mean, we ear hustling. I didn't hit the thumbs up. Well, you know, I hit play to let y'all ear hustle. Hit the thumbs up as you come in the building. All right, let's ear hustle a little bit, y'all.
On our streets. He is going to make our nation's capital the most beautiful and safe city on earth. Why? Just as he promised.
Why? He don't even live around there. Y'all are asleep, America. the nation's capital. It ain't even the capital. Y'all so sleep. Oh my gosh. Wake up! But let's go.
On the campaign trail. Staying on the topic of public safety, the Trump administration continues to shatter records on border security. According to brand new numbers released this morning from Customs and Border Patrol, illegal crossings have fallen to all-time lows once again. Here were the records set in July. Again, these numbers were released this morning. The lowest monthly nationwide encounters ever, down nearly 90% from the monthly average under the Biden administration. The lowest monthly Border Patrol apprehensions nationwide ever, smashing the previous record set the prior month in June. The lowest monthly Southwest border apprehensions ever. The lowest daily apprehension average ever. The lowest single day apprehensions ever. And for the third straight month, there were 0 illegal aliens released into the country. Let me repeat that remarkable statistic. For the third month in a row, not a single illegal alien was released by the Trump administration into the United States of America. This is historic. Under President Trump, this border is the most secure it has ever been. When you fortify the border, when you restore deterrence, and when you empower Border Patrol agents and our brave men and women in uniform to actually do their jobs to enforce our laws, like this president has, this is the incredible result. And in the interior of our country, criminal illegal aliens continue to be arrested and removed. Here are some of the criminals arrested by ICE in just the last few days. ICE Buffalo arrested an illegal alien from Jamaica convicted of attempted murder. ICE Buffalo also arrested an illegal alien from Ecuador convicted of leaving the scene of an accident resulting in death. ICE Houston arrested an illegal alien from Mexico convicted of manslaughter. ICE Newark arrested an illegal alien from Mexico convicted of the sexual assault of a minor. ICE Dallas arrested an illegal alien from Mexico convicted of assault causing bodily injury. And already the Trump administration has arrested more than 300,000 illegal aliens in 2025. Again, more than 300,000 illegal alien criminals have been arrested in the interior of our country in the first 6 months of this administration. And despite many false reports in the media, nearly 70% of these arrests have been criminal aliens with criminal charges or prior convictions. This is success all around. This is removing the most dangerous public safety threats from America's communities and returning these individuals to their home countries. So there's been success all around. I'm sure you have a lot of questions today. I'm happy to get to them, so let's get started. And as always, we'll start with our new media chief, who is our podcast host today, Benny Johnson.
I need the White House talking about Washington. We don't want to hear Benny Johnson. So maybe we just go to the questions, y'all. There's a lot going on. It's a lot going on in a fake world. Okay?
President Donald Trump. Just look at what took place here at the White House last Friday, when President Trump hosted the Azerbaijani president and Armenian prime minister and got the two leaders to sign a historic joint
hold on. We're going to get to it.
Is going to make our nation's capital the most beautiful and safe city on earth, just as he promised on the campaign trail.
Let me ask a question. And we're just gonna go to the questions. I don't have the bookmark here or the timestamp when she started in about Washington. But y'all already have heard about the executive order. You already have heard about Marshall being, the police department just, he didn't cancel out the police, but he done defunded the doggone police department. You know what I'm saying? If he want to bring marshals into Washington, he want to militarize the police. Okay? Come on, y'all. Y'all gonna fall for the okie doke again? Didn't he say when he first ran for president, he was building that wall? He was gonna keep illegals out. How the hell they all of them flooded in? If he did the wall get finished, y'all? Come on, y'all. Think about some things. Y'all be so hoodwinked so much, it'd be just ridiculous. Think about it. Didn't he say he was going to keep illegals out when he said he was putting all that money into the wall to keep Mexicans and everybody that crossed over through Mexico out? That damn wall and gate is falling damn apart. It never got finished. In his presidency, it never got finished. And he ran on that. Didn't he run on that campaign? On the campaign trail? Y'all remember, don't play crazy. Don't y'all play crazy. And did it finish? No. How the hell more illegal aliens got in here? How more? Now he hoodwinking y'all again, talking about he getting them up out of here. Y'all be just falling for the dang on okie doke every single time. Y'all, this is a puppet. I need you to understand. Everybody, stop thinking I'm a Democrat. I'm a Republican. I do this. The Democrats are better. They all work together and they all puppets. You understand? Let me say that one more time. They all work together and they are all puppets. The president don't have no more power in the White House other than to be able to go to the bathroom, get toilet paper, and wipe his own behind when he used the bathroom. That's it. That's it. That's all. And then leave the White House because America don't even own the White House. You got me? Oh, you gonna learn something today. All he can do is go get brief, go get his script for the day. That's right. When you hear him talking, they get brief, they get their script for the day. And the shadow government be telling them how it's gonna go down. Now, y'all seen, y'all fellow Mexican brothers and sisters, Donald Trump for president, Donald Trump for president, Donald Trump for president, dun, 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 cha, 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 cha. Remember that? Just recently, Donald Trump for president, he a puppet. But you got folks with hate in their heart, even folks with a little bit of melon in their heart, on their skin, but great hate in their heart. Donald Trump for president. And then I'm like, why is these folks? They seen when Donald Trump was president last time, he said he was building a damn gate to keep your cousins and folks out that y'all be trying to sneak over here. But y'all up in the parties, Donald Trump for president, and now what y'all doing? Huh? What you doing now? Huh? Why you crying? Why are you crying? Ice, baby. Doom, 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 doom. Ice. You crying now? Donald Trump for president. Just a few months ago, Donald Trump for president. Donald Trump for because you got hate in your heart. You got hate in your heart. You thought he was coming for us, black folks. Donald Trump for president. White folks, make America great again. Make America great again. Y'all all partying now. What you Mexicans doing? Hush your mouth. Hush your mouth. Because you done fell for the okie doke. Now he about to really get you. He the puppet. He the puppet. The shadow government really about to get y'all stupid Americans because you got racism in your heart. That's right. I said it out loud. Oh, he's going into Washington D.C. He gonna clean it up over there. He don't even live around them parts. Even Billy Bob, who was just giving that bogus report about how he seen murders and all this and drug deals, he looked like he wouldn't even walk out on the street in the afternoon rather than the nighttime if stuff was going down like that. He don't live around them parts. They lies, I tell you. Propaganda, I tell you. So you want to cry like the Mexicans crying now because of ice baby? Huh? You're going to be crying because you're getting ready to get hoodwinked again. They talking about, oh, we going to clean this place up over here, Washington. We got to get there's too much drugs, crime. We got guns all on the street. Y'all know what? Y'all know who else did a hoodwink like that back in the day? Who is it? Ronald Reagan? Didn't they say, we got to have the war on drugs, and they was putting a damn crack in New York City. New York City! That's right. Then it came on TV. We have to have a war. It's a war. That's right. It's a war. We're gonna have a war on drugs, and the whole time, y'all stupid asses don't realize that now black person had a crappie field in New York City. Open your eyes. They poisoned people, cracked them out, separated families even more, put the men into prisons, destroyed, decimated. Crime. They the criminals. I'm telling you, who the true criminals are. Now you're sitting back, all your racist annex, your thoughts, your racism is in your heart. Because you're thinking, oh yeah, he going to clean up these black neighborhoods. Donald Trump for president. Donald Trump. Them white folks, y'all about to be hoodwinked again. You're going to be crying. I know some of you got something. I'm talking to white tea people right now, too. I'm talking to you white tea people. I need y'all to wake y'all behind up. We try to tell you, too, but y'all don't listen. Y'all wait, because y'all think y'all really think these rich folks and these shadow governments for y'all broke behind trailer ass living. You lost your farm ass living. Think you still about to make America great ass living. Paying high tax ass living white tea folk. Oh, you thought all black folks was on food stamps, EBT cards when he done went through and snatched half of them EBT was white folk. Now your cousin calling you talking about, can you send them some money because that EBT don't work, and it's your cousin, white tea Carolyn. Carolyn calling you because her EBT don't work. And you thought you was like the Mexicans. Donald Trump for president. Make America great again. Now your grandpa, Papa, calling talking about he ain't gonna have his money because Medicaid is gone. Huh? White tea people, I'm talking to you with your hate in your heart. I'm talking to you. Well, he about to play you for like a fiddle. Well, you know, he the puppet. The shadow government about to play you like a damn fiddle. You gonna be crying like the Mexicans that was praying Donald Trump for president. They ain't even know that rap song was telling something. Don't. White folk, white tea people. Oh baby, y'all better go open your eyes. Y'all always think he coming for the black folks. Y'all always happy to oblige. Are you seeing it now? Oh no, you don't see it yet, because that racism is ingrained. You've been having it there since childhood. You know, your parents stoked the fire since childhood. So it's still ingrained, even though Papa calling you for his $1,000 medical bill, and it's one pill a month. $1,000 he need a pill a month, and he calling you now because his Medicaid is cut. White tea people, I'm talking to you. You're happy still because you got hate in your heart still, don't you? You think that they putting these martial law into action up in Washington, D.C., in the black neighborhoods because it ain't touching you, right? Are you getting ready to get hoodwinked, white people? Huh? Are you getting ready to get hoodwinked? Do you even know what I'm talking about, white folk? No, because you happy because you think he about to shut down and clean up Washington. Before I get into why y'all the next ones to get hoodwinked, even we know ain't no middle class no more. So it's poor and rich. White folks, I don't care if you got $1 million, 2 million, 3 million, you poor. Do you understand me? It's poor and rich now. It's the Hunger Games. Do you understand me, white folks? Mexican folks, y'all getting it because you got a little spanking. You got a little spanking with your little racism you had in your heart. You got a little spanking because your cousin, now they back in Mexico crying. You over here crying. You know, when you done burnt the party gear. White folks, y'all ready for y'all spanking? Y'all getting a taste of it because Papa done called you. You ain't got it, you millionaires. Your money gonna be like nada. Nothing. Worth nothing. Your tax bracket won't secure your so-called Republican ideologies, because they all work together. But let's continue.
Staying on the topic of public safety, the Trump administration continues to shatter records on border security. According to brand new numbers released this morning from Customs and Border Patrol, illegal crossings have fallen to all-time lows once again. Here were the records set in July. Again, these numbers were released this morning. The lowest monthly nationwide encounters.
Hold on. Oh, Lord, let me read this comment. Why do folks have to blame everything on white folks all the time? White doesn't blame you all the time. That's a damn lie for one. But let me answer this. Did you hear me just rant and rave? Hold on, y'all. Let me put that up here so y'all can see. Sir, did you just hear me rant and rave that y'all better open your eyes? And we know. Don't play crazy. Don't come over here. I'm trying to tell you, this is not the platform to play crazy. Like we don't know white folks still have racism in their heart. Mexicans, I just said Mexicans had it in their heart because they thought they was about to win the big one by putting Donald Trump in office, and now have their family members back across that border. Okay? Don't come over here looking for no pity. I'm going to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Okay? So stop it. Just stop it. You see what's going on. Now, I'm trying to forewarn you to wake up now. Wake up now. Do you understand me? Before you be like the Mexican folks crying because half their cousins and their family member and they doing the cha-cha and all that back over in Mexico. And they sit here crying. Did you hear me when I said wake up white folk? But you be doing this? Huh? Did you hear me say wake up white folk? Because I know Papa calling you now because his medicine that costs $1,000 per pill, he can't pay for his medicine because his Medicaid done got cut, and now he calling you because you the millionaire in the family. But you about to be broke because you can't sustain Papa and his $1,000 medical costs. You can't sustain Caroline, who was one of the main folks on the line getting food stamps, SNAP benefits. Do you want to cry, white folks? Do you want to be doing this? Huh? Sit back and listen in. Hey, there is no such thing as Republicans, Democrats, left field, right field, behind the damn field. They all work together. You got it? Now stop trying to say woe is me when you know your folks been out here, started mess with a lot of folks, white tea folks. And if it ain't you know your cousin, you can't probably bring a black folks chocolate as night like my beautiful self to your house without them saying something in the back room. So sit down, buckle up, and hold on tight. We're going to get the truth around here.
Ever, down nearly 90% from the monthly average under the Biden administration. The lowest monthly Border Patrol apprehensions nationwide ever, smashing the previous record set the prior month in June. The lowest monthly Southwest border apprehensions ever. The lowest daily apprehension average ever. The lowest single-day apprehensions ever. And for the third straight month, there were 0 illegal aliens released into the country. Let me repeat that remarkable statistic. For the third month in a row, not a single illegal alien was released by the Trump administration into the United States of America. This is historic. Under President Trump, this border is the most secure it has ever been. When you fortify the border, when you restore deterrence, and when you empower Border Patrol agents and our brave men and women in uniform to actually do their jobs to enforce our laws, like this president has, this is the incredible result. And in the interior of our country, criminal illegal aliens continue to be arrested and removed. Here are some of the criminals arrested by ICE in just the last few days. ICE Buffalo arrested an illegal alien from Jamaica convicted of attempted murder. ICE Buffalo also arrested an illegal alien from Ecuador convicted of leaving the scene of an accident resulting in death. ICE Houston arrested an illegal alien from Mexico, convicted of manslaughter. ICE Newark arrested an illegal alien from Mexico, convicted of the sexual assault of a minor. ICE Dallas arrested an illegal alien from Mexico, convicted of assault causing bodily injury. And already the Trump administration has arrested more than 300,000 illegal aliens in 2025. Again, more than 300,000 illegal alien criminals have been arrested in the interior of our country in the first 6 months of this administration. And despite many false reports in the media, nearly 70% of these arrests have been criminal aliens with criminal charges or prior convictions. This is success all around. This is removing the most dangerous public safety threats from America's communities and returning.
Are they the most dangerous, or is the government the most dangerous? What happened? I'm confused. Maybe y'all can help me out. Because wasn't America built? Why the hell? Why the hell we got the Statue of Liberty up? Bring on to me. I don't even know what the plaque says because I ain't never been to New York City. I love to visit, but you know, times is different. I don't know about visiting anymore. But you know, why did France gift us with the Statue of Liberty, my brothers and sisters? What did give us to us? Your rich, your poor, your deserted. Why is she standing there with that damn torch up? Why was, when America was in the industrial age, we was happy to take on all these immigrants? That's how you got the Godfather. Yes. Favors. You know, the Godfather. The one that cut horses' heads off and put them in your bed. The Godfather. You know, all the Italians came over. They was in the slums of New York. You know, they built their way up by their bootstraps. You know what I'm saying? All that history you was proud to stand on then, right? You was proud to stand on it then when your German grandparents came over here. When your so-called Jewish folks came over here on boats, where was all this make America great? Wasn't y'all making America great then? Am I confused? When all these immigrants bust over by the boatload, was it not great? I don't even want to go back to when my folks was here. And while we was here, we was the original indigenous. That's right. Although you confused about history, I know you are. I know you think the Indians is pale and stringy hair. I know you do. I know you do. You're confused, honey. My folks was here on the land already. And some of the other ones got voted in too. You know the history. We don't need to go there. I have some of y'all crying in the audience. I want y'all crying. Dry your tears. But I'm just like confused. What it was criminals then being bussed in by the boatloads from Germany, Italy, to make America great in the industrial age. Oh, but now there's too many brown folks up around here. Y'all don't see the picture for what it is. And I'm telling you, truth, your feelings get hurt. I'm sorry. White folk, your birth rate is dropping. Do you hear me? I'm not being ugly. I'm just telling you the truth. Y'all not producing no children like you was producing children. Why you think Trump in office trying to make different laws about marriages and wedding women? And come on, y'all, your birth rate is dropping. Why you think Biden said America is doomed because it's gonna be nothing but brown folks here? It was okay when it was a lot of brown folks. They had a lot of dark brown folks in the fields. It was good as it was like ice cream and pie, hot apple pie. It was all good when all them brown folks was in the field. Nothing but brown folks from here to New York City, from California. You could see them sea to sea, ocean to ocean. Brown folk, black folk. It was cool. Oh, but y'all not looking at the bigger picture. Supremacy is falling. And if you on that same idea, a lot of thought process of trying to be superior, you about to lose it all. You better get on the right team. Yeah, that's right. I said, you better cleave onto Israel, them brown folk. You better cleave, my white brothers and sisters, and don't fall for this mess. They always come to the black community talking about they're going to clean up. What about them? It's white communities, baby, that's acting a fool too. They always start in the urban community, but it ain't you're being blind. You got blinders on. It's not just about us. It's about testing the waters of martial law. The Hunger Games has begun. Once we are able to come in and just kick out the police, you see. Yeah, we don't need you no more, police. Although y'all white tea folks was upset when they was defunding the police. Your president about to defund the police. What the hell y'all mad? Huh? Are y'all mad? Oh no, you're not mad yet because it's in Washington D.C. or wherever the hell he think he gonna clean up the city, right? With none but black folks, because black folks running wild. You know, them monkeys on the street, they acting a damn ape, right? That's what you think in your mind, right? Because you got hate in your heart. You can't see, huh? What was the poem? You can't see the forest from the damn trees, huh, white folk, white tea, and some of y'all other folks. It's Africans over here just as racist as they want to be. Jamaicans over here just as racist as they want to. They want to think they on the white tea man's side. White tea man, the real white tea, the ones behind the scenes that you don't never see. There's rubbing elbows with the real folks that have money, and that they look like me, baby boy and girls. That's right. They stay in the shadows. Y'all think the white folks is running. It's rich. It's black folks. You ain't never seen a shadow. Why you think they call it shadow government, baby? That brown skin covering all that. They send them puppies out. They send the puppies out like yo Donald Trump. They locked down that doggone Washington, D.C., and you sit there and you dance and have a party and go turn up the grill and say, yeah, they look at them. They getting them niggers up there in Washington. They about to lock down that city. Guess what? It's not going to be just their city. It's going to go, well, we done did it here, this test trial. We're going to go on to New York. We're going to lock down all these cities, and then you're going to be Red Dawn in it. They ain't lock down all the cities. You going to be locked down. They're going to try to take all your weapons, dummy. But they going to make you think we starting with the black folks. We trying to clean up the cities. We got to get these black folks back in check. We got to get their weapons. Oh, Tweedledee and Tweedledum. And once all y'all cities is locked down, martial law, y'all know how to act. Martial law, oldest small town in Texas, they don't know how to act. Martial law, get their weapons, take their defense, take their line of defense. It's no longer going to be the black folks. They can come out the woodworks now, right? They can come out the woodworks. And the last line of defense, because you know he done made everybody mad. He done made Russia mad, everybody. Y'all remember that movie Red Dawn? Huh? You gonna have over here in Texas, you gonna be over there. I'm be out there by the lake with Billy Bob and them that got some damn sense. They done kept their damn weapons hidden. While y'all sitting there, go get them niggers in the city. The city, that doggone ICE, and just like the Mexicans mad about ICE, all the money that they done cut from your Medicaid, your food stamps, y'all thought they was cutting and hurting black folks. They hurting your cousins and your sisters and white folks and Mexican folks that was getting food stamps and Medicaid. They funded it into ICE. They fund it into the military so that they can take over your cities, so they can come get your guns and your weapons and your first line of defense. That's right. But they making your racist eyes peer into the darkness at Washington, D.C., at them black folks in the hood. Look at them niggers, still don't know how to act. Go get them. Go get them, Trump. You sitting there, yeah, look at them. With your racist hate in your heart. Then they say, well, we were successful. We were successful in Washington, D.C. Look how clean it is. Look how we sent all these other folks, you know, to Alcatraz. What is it called? Crocodile Alcatraz, whatever the hell. We done sent them there. We done sent, but a lot of black folks ain't gonna be sent no damn where. That's what you don't know. They can't. They can't. A lot of black folks ain't gonna be sent nowhere. Well, I mean, you know, unless you really got some, you know, you really out there thugging and acting like a thuggish rugged bum. But they can't get legit black folks and deport them no damn way. Although they trying to trick people and make them think that, I'm trying to let you know, they can't move nobody nowhere like myself. You understand? But you white folks is about to catch it. Have you ever watched the movie Red Dawn? Huh? I'm gonna be outside at the lake. The president, you know, it's gonna start with Donald Trump. They're gonna take him out. You know, they're gonna use him up and take him on out of here. Didn't y'all watch The Simpsons? Predictive programming. They're gonna take him on out of here. That's not me talking. That's The Simpsons. I'm just repeating what I saw on The Simpsons. Don't come for me, Ice. Well, you know, don't try to set me up. The Simpsons said it. But look here, white folk with your racist hearts. Think he doing something down there in Washington, D.C., getting them black folks. Get them back in line. Right? Tell you. Ooh, y'all so blind. Y'all so blind. Y'all so blind. My God, y'all so blind. He gonna try to come swoop through all these things. You gotta start in the cities first, you know. A lot of cities, it's hard for y'all to own weapons, ain't it? A lot of folks, bruh, Jay, did you just come in? You came in late. See, dummies always come into class late. Dummies always come into class a little too late. You know, some people come into class, Jay, and they just sit back. They know they late. They just sit back and they be quiet. And you try to see what the syllabus is about. Maybe they forgot they said it's the first day of class. They didn't even look online to get the damn syllabus. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know what the hell's going on. You know, instead of you coming on into class, Jay, and being quiet and you know, maybe whispering to your classmate, can I look at your syllabus to see what's going on and where we at, and was there a assignment due? No, Jay, you come to class running your mouth. Now, I said at the top of the hour that I do not believe in Democrats, Republicans, or none of that, because they all work together. You got that, Jay? I'm going to need you to ask somebody in class to pass you the syllabus. That would be talk to the folks in the chat, Jay. Make friends in the chat, Jay. Do you understand? You understand, Jay? Make friends in the chat, Jay. Don't just come put no comments towards me in the chat. You make friends in the chat. That's the classroom, Jay. Ask for the syllabus. Look up and down. Look at people's comments before you open your mouth again, okay? All right. Sit back. Matter of fact, you move to the front of the class, Jay. I got to keep my eye on you. Now, while y'all blinded by y'all hatred and racism, and I said everybody, the Africans that came in here got hatred and racism in their heart for us black, original blacks, however you want to classify us, the ones that our ancestors was here. Okay? However you want to classify us, They hate us. The Africans that's come in, a lot of them. We're going to just say a lot. A lot of Jamaicans hate us. A lot. I'm trying to tell you, there's a lot of folks that hate us that don't even know us. You know what I'm saying? They know of the stereotypes of black folk. Ain't been to the inner city. Wouldn't walk down the sidewalk in the afternoon, let alone midnight in the inner city. But it's a lie. I ain't gonna say my people ain't. I got some badass cousins, folks I ain't never seen. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be like y'all and just act like my whole side of my kin is we just sweet. We ain't did nothing wrong to nobody. No, I ain't gonna act like that. You never said that. But what I do know is y'all be confederate against us, every nation of you all. And you're about to get hit in the head too. You're about to get thumped right over the head. Be dizzy, run around dizzy. Don't know which way to run. You're dizzy. Now, pay attention, Jay. I asked you, have you ever seen the movie Red Dawn? Huh? Predictive programming. Y'all looking the wrong way. Y'all looking at that, the president talking about he gonna clean up and he gonna do martial law this and martial law that, defund the police while y'all was wearing y'all flags with the black stripe in or whatever the hell that meant. The president about to defund the police and about to defund it everywhere. Even when he out of office, it's gonna just keep growing like a cancer across America. That's right. It's gonna grow like a cancer. He coming for all y'all First Amendment rights. But he gonna camouflage it. Well, not just him, he a puppet. The shadow government gonna camouflage it like they coming for the black folk. Cause y'all love to hate us, love to hate us, love to hate, you know? So you gonna be, yeah. Go clean up that city. We're gonna clean up New York. Where else is some high crime at? We can pinpoint Chicago. Yeah. Chicago, they coming for you too. Yeah. Try to clean it up, get all the, the legal weapons out of y'all hands. But, they couldn't do it through votes and putting folks in office to get all the guns, but they want all the weapons. They don't want you to have no self-defense. But they gonna camouflage it as they coming for the black folks. The ones that's causing all the chaos. Until it's gonna be red dawn on your behind. Well, I'm sitting by the lake with Billy Bob and them. They up by the field. And little John, not the little John, y'all know, not the rapper. Little white John. Little white T John. I'm in Texas, y'all. That's right. First Amendment all the way. Yes, indeed. I'm in Texas, baby. I'm by the lake with Billy Bob, little white John. That's right. We chilling because we know what time it is. We know what time it is. Do you know what time it is? Tell me, do you know? Huh? Until little white John, he laying down by the hillside and he starts seeing, he's like, what's that falling from the sky? It look like a balloon, like a human with a balloon falling from the damn sky. Wait a minute. It's a whole heck of a lot of balloons with people falling from the sky. It's about to be red dawn around here. While y'all being hoodwinked, getting y'all first line of defenses taken away because you got hate and racism in your heart. When the real attack comes, we gonna be the first line. We gonna try to hold it down because you know how Southerners are. We always got to come get y'all Yankees. We got to help y'all Yankees. And don't come out here trying to flip-flop, acting like you real Southerners, because you ain't about that life. But, if you get down here and you act right, you might get saved from the Red Dawn attack. And they not just going to Red Dawn you first. They going to attack you within. That's right. That's how they do it, people. They going to ice, baby, you within. They going to make you cold as ice. ice, ice, baby. And when they make everything cold as ice, I hope you following along. Because I got to finish this up. You're probably like, what's she talking about? The folks that know what I'm talking about know what the hell I'm talking about. Okay? And if you come into class and you stay around a little long, you'll figure out what the hell I'm talking about too. All right? They're going to ice you out with this. Put y'all cold fishes on ice. You heard me? They about to ice your cold fish ass. You ain't gonna have no protection. There ain't gonna be no sharks in the water. You ain't gonna have no protection. Your teeth don't bite no more. All your weapons gone, except for some holdouts. Got a little white John. He see all the balloons falling from the sky with people attached to him. Y'all see them too in the cities, y'all Yankees. Y'all walking around thinking everything's good. They done tighten it down on these black folks. Ain't never protection come. I can walk the streets. I can gentrify all these neighborhoods and feel safe. Then you got high maintenance Becky in the city talking about balloons is falling from the sky with people attached to them. What is going on? Wait, run, hide. We need some weapons. We ain't got no weapons because all the weapons gone because we were scared of the black folks. They lied and made it seem like all the black folks was coming for us when we was put on ice. We was put on ice and it's red dawn around this mother sucker. Let's continue. I'll let that sink in. Maybe y'all can get it through y'all head. Maybe y'all can figure out my riddles and my rhymes. How about that? Let's go.
Bring these individuals to their home countries. So there's been success all around. I'm sure you have a lot of questions today. I'm happy to get to them. So let's get started. And as always, we'll start with our new media seat, who is our podcast host today, Benny Johnson. Benny, why don't you kick us off? And thanks for being here.
Thank you, Caroline. As a DC resident of 15 years, I lived on Capitol Hill. I witnessed so many muggings and so much theft. I lost track. I was carjacked. I have murders on my Ring camera and mass shootings. I witnessed a woman on my block get held up at gunpoint for $20. And my house was set ablaze in an arson with my infant child inside. And so to any reporter that says and lies that DC is a safe place to live and work, let me just say this. Thank you. Thank you for making the city safe, because no parent should have to go through what my family went through, having the fire department rip open their door to save their infant child. So thank you for your work on securing this city. My question to you is this. Nancy Pelosi has attacked the president for deploying the National Guard to the city, saying that it is to cover for his incompetence. Hillary Clinton has also attacked the president for securing the city of Washington, D.C. I'd like to get your response to Nancy Pelosi and Hillary.
Sure. Well, first of all, Benny, I'm so sorry that happened to you and your family. There have been, unfortunately, far too many victims of crime in this city. And I know the majority of residents in the District of Columbia agree with you. In fact, a new poll from the Washington Post I was reading this morning, this was released in May of 2024. So it's quite funny how many of you in the media agreed with what the president was saying yesterday, but now once the president says it, many of you are disagreeing with him. But this poll released by the Washington Post found that 65% of district residents think crime is an extremely serious or a very serious problem. And this was up from 56% last year. So the concern that you share with so many other residents in the District of Columbia is real. And that's why this president is taking action to address it. To get to the heart of your question, I think it's despicable that Democrats cannot agree that we need more law and order in a city that has been ravaged by violence, crime, murders, property theft. This should be a winning issue for all Americans. I don't understand. It's just anything President Trump does, the Democrats want to disagree with. I think the president would love to work with Democrats on this issue to bring law and order to America's cities, but unfortunately they have failed, and that's why he's taken this historic action.
What'd she say? Hello, did y'all pick up on that? Y'all don't be picking up on the subtlety, but y'all want to say I need to come visit your clinic. Yeah, that was cute. What did she say? Y'all be picking up on the subtleties. He wants to bring law and order to the cities. Not just that one city. To the what? What did your godmother just tell y'all? Did y'all figure out the rhythm of the rhymes? Huh? What did your godmother just say? What did this woman just say? Secretary Caroline Labenti, or however you say her last name. What did the press secretary say? Trump want to bring law and orders to the cities. Plural, my brothers and sisters, not singular. What does law and order mean? And because we have law and we have order in the cities, because don't y'all have police departments and such, and checks and balances, law and order, all that good stuff in all the cities, right? Somebody answer me from the back. Huh? Don't we have checks and balances in the cities? Don't we have law and order in the cities? Don't they lock up folks daily? No. They want martial law and order in the cities. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Are you listening to the subtle hints? Huh? First Amendment rights slowly sucked out. You paying attention? Let's let her, because some of y'all don't get it. Y'all won't get it until it's late, and you be crying like my Mexican brothers and sisters that was over there. Donald Trump for president. Donald Trump for president. And now their cousins, their auntie, their grandmas is gone. Now what they doing? What they doing now? They crying. Now we be trying to tell you, but don't be like them now. Don't go on TikTok. You gonna hear them say, we should listen to the black folks. We should have listened to the black folk. They tried to tell us what was going on because we got foresight. While y'all gonna sit back and have hindsight, and you're gonna be like the Mexicans right now, crying. They cry every time anybody come down and say, every time they go to a restaurant and somebody say, would you like ice in your drink? Ice? What? Oh. You heard me? Y'all don't hear me though.
To federalize the National Guard. And as you're seeing from last night's numbers, we already have seen success. We are removing violent offenders. We are arresting criminals, and we are removing drugs and firearms off of the streets of the city to make it safe.
They removing what? Oh, I know y'all. Violent criminals. Y'all heard that. Y'all heard that part. Yeah. Drugs and firearms. Baby, they didn't they have drugs in the White House? Did you remove the drugs out of the White House when Biden had his son sniffing cocaine in the White House? Did you get all the drugs out the White House? They always drugs, this drug. Stop. Did you burn and bomb all the planes that bring them poppy seeds in to make all the drugs in America? Huh? Have y'all done that yet? Huh? Did y'all destroy all the weed crops? Huh? The marijuana crops? Have y'all done that? Because I ain't seen a marijuana farm growing marijuana plants by the daily in no inner city. Huh? But they got y'all thinking black folks. It's black people. You got that little seed of hate and little seed of racism. I'm calling out, not just white folk. We got some Africans over here. They hate black folk. They hate us. Jamaicans, they over here, they hate us. We got Chinese over here, they hate us. They confederate against us, y'all. But I'm talking about the white folks. I'm going to call y'all the Gentiles. That's right. White folks, Mexican folks, other folks that don't have that hate. They might have had that hate and they've been delivered. Hallelujah. Y'all been delivered. And see what time it is. Huh? Y'all gonna cleave to us. Y'all gonna say, we going with you. Where you going? When we run, y'all ass gonna run. You feel me? Y'all know the black culture? When you see black folks run, you run. Don't ask no damn questions. Just start running. You feel me? Them folks, them white folks, them Mexican folks, them African folks, them Jamaican folks. When I run, your ass better start running. Because I don't just run for the hell of it. I run because danger's a suit. Okay? Now let me say this. Y'all done heard. Y'all got that. Some of y'all still got that hate and racism in your heart. And you got these folks out here, hallelujah, pumping it more and more. But y'all only hear what you want to hear. Drugs in the city. Who bringing the damn drugs in the city? Who got the pharmacies making these crazy ass drugs? Got folks froze in place like the damn zombies and stuff. Who making? We ain't got no damn pharmacies like that. Your government. They talk to you with a split tongue like the Satan seeds they are. But what you missed, didn't she say we're going to get the weapons out the city? Let me see if I can get it right back. I hope I can get it right back to where she said that. Hold on. Try to let me inch it back just a little bit. Hold on. Did she say the guns out? Then what your godmother just got through telling you? They going to come city to city. They about to ice down this fish. Y'all the fish. You understand? Let's see what she says again. Let's see if we can get it.
Not agree that we need more law and order in a city that has been ravaged by violence, crime, murders, property theft. This should be a winning issue for all Americans. I don't understand. It's just anything President Trump does, the Democrats want to disagree with. I think the president would love to work with Democrats on this issue to bring law and order to America's cities, but unfortunately they have failed. And that's why he's taken this historic action to federalize the National Guard. And as you're seeing from last night's numbers, we already have seen success. We are removing violent offenders, we are arresting criminals, and we are removing drugs and firearms off of the streets of the city to make it safer for all of its residents.
Just a very quick follow-up to that. Given the heroic actions of a member of this administration just a few blocks from this building, will the president consider giving the Presidential Medal of Freedom to Big Balls?
I haven't spoken to him about that, but perhaps it's something he would consider. I'll ask him and get back to you, Betty. Thanks for being here. Gabe.
Thank you, Caroline. Regarding the President Trump summit on Friday, why not invite Ukrainian President Zelensky to that summit? I know the president said yesterday that he planned to speak with him right after the summit and even before, but why not invite Zelensky? And whose decision was it to not invite him? Was it the president or was it President Putin?
Well, this meeting came about because the president of Russia asked the president of the United States to meet through his special envoy, Steve Witkoff, who, as you all know, traveled to Russia to have a conversation with Putin at his request. And so the president is agreeing to this meeting at the request of President Putin. And the goal of this meeting for the president is to walk away with a better understanding of how we can end this war. And the president said at this podium yesterday, when he joined all of you in the room, that he hopes in the future there can be a trilateral meeting with these three leaders to finally bring this conflict to an end. But this administration has really used every lever, has taken every measure to achieve peace through a diplomatic solution. And I think the president of the United States getting in the room with the president of Russia, sitting face to face rather than speaking over the telephone, will give this president the best indication of how to end this war and where this is headed.
And another question on something that happened yesterday, but I wanted to get the White House response. A judge ruled that the grand jury transcripts in Ghislaine Maxwell's case should not be released. What's the White House response to that? And do you plan to appeal? And what do you tell President Trump's supporters who want that information, please?
We think that decision is unfortunate. Of course, we moved to unseal that information because the president has said he wants to see credible evidence released. As for the appeal process, I would defer you to the Department of Justice for that.
Great. Thanks so much, Caroline. We're learning that President Trump spoke with Ukrainian President Zelensky. I was curious if you can share any more details about their call, and did Zelensky give President Trump any red lines, any non-starters ahead of this summit on Friday?
Look, I don't want to reveal the private conversations between the president and President Zelensky, but what I can tell you is that the president has deep respect for all parties that are involved in this conflict and are trying to bring this conflict to an end. After Special Envoy Witkoff returned from his meeting with President Putin in Russia, his first phone call was to President Trump. And President Trump's first phone call was to President Zelensky and to our friends in Europe to keep everybody in the loop about where the United States can see moving the ball forward to end this conflict. And so we continue to be very much engaged with President Zelensky and the Ukrainians, but also our allies in Europe as well.
And then just one more for you. How does the president measure success coming out of this meeting? The president at times has suggested that Putin might be tapping him along. Is he prepared to walk out of this?
Pause. V-Dub Boogie, are you still in the building? I'm gonna make you a mod, just so you can help Carla, just in case she had to step away, and put a comment in the building. If you still are in the building, be the boogie.
If he senses that Putin is not serious about ending this war.
I think I just answered that question for you and what the goal and the expectation of the meeting is. And I won't jump ahead of any hypotheticals, and I'll leave it to the president to speak to all of you after the meeting, which I'm very confident he will. Steve.
Are you optimistic that a deal will emerge from this meeting, or is he simply going to listen?
I think this is a listening exercise for the president. Look, only one party that's involved in this war is going to be present. And so this is for the president to go and to get, again, a more firm and better understanding of how we can hopefully bring this war to an end.
Caroline, how did you settle on Alaska as a site for this? There were some other sites being discussed. Is this like it's a midpoint between the two meetings?
There were many sites discussed, but of course, Alaska is a state within the United States of America. So the president is very honored and looks forward to hosting President Putin on.
Okay, we're going to take a break because it's time for y'all to go ahead and ring the doorbell. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. We're going to take a break, and we're going to move into the final half of this broadcast because we're going into national discussions, world discussions, but we wanted to really focus on what's going on in Washington, D.C. What I need you to go ahead and do is hit the thumbs up as we go into this break. Hit the thumbs up. All right. I had to take me a little break, get my sugar levels right. Okay. So let's listen. We're ear hustling, y'all. This is what this podcast is called. I'm Etheria, your host. We're ear hustling. We're going to just listen to it just a little bit more, and then I got something to tell you. So I hope you stay tuned for this.
On American soil.
Is there a joint news conference plan, or will the president have a solo one? What sort of schedule?
Yeah, the mechanics and the scheduling, Steve, are still being ironed out. For Friday, we're working with our Russian counterparts to put those plans into action. And of course, we'll keep you all apprised on the logistical details of Friday as soon as we get them. Charlie.
The president said to podium yesterday twice that he was planning to go to Russia. Was that a verbal slip up, or does he actually plan to go to Russia?
Perhaps there are plans in the future to travel to Russia. And on Friday, the president will be meeting with the Russian president, Vladimir Putin, in Alaska, as you know. Phil.
Last week, the president said the CEO of Intel was highly conflicted, seeming to cite his past investment.
Wait a minute, let me pause. Timothy. My gosh. Timothy done came into the classroom late, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen. I never said it was a race war. Did I say that? I said get the hate of race out your heart, Timothy. You came in late. You didn't ask the brothers and sisters in the class for the syllabus. I done said when you come into this classroom, when we ear hustling, and I'm breaking stuff down for you, because I'm gonna tell you why I got to be broke down like this. I'm about to let you in on some secrets. When you don't know what's going on, be quiet. Don't come in with your thoughts. You just be quiet. Ask somebody in the chat. Read the chat. Try to figure it out. If you can't, ask somebody, y'all, before I speak and get smooth, cussed out by Godmother. That's right, Ethereal, me. Somebody please tap me in. Is this about racism? Is she racist? I mean, what y'all think? Talk to the people in the chat. Y'all get to know each other. We don't act crazy. Okay? Because my mom's will put you in timeout or get you up out of here. All right. Now, we know Maggie and all. We know about all that. That's not what I'm talking about. But I don't feel like going back. So rewind this live stream when it ends, and maybe you can be clued in. Okay, Timothy? I'll put you back down. You move on up to the front of the class, okay? Oh, you've been listening for about an hour. You can't. How can you say I said it was about racism when I'm telling you, cleave on to the sister, cling on to this chocolate sister, my white folks, my Mexican folks, my whoever, Jamaican, cling on, because when I say run, run. How you been listening and you say I'm talking about being racist? How you can't have. Do you need some special equipment while you in this class? Do I need to turn up my mic or what? Because you could not have been listening, Timothy. No, sir. And you said that is why you only. No, sir. I got 16 thumbs up. Timothy, I think we're gonna have to refer you to the counselor. B-Dub, he gonna need to be referred to the counselor's office. I think we got a special needs student in the building. B-Dub, he gonna need to be referred to the counselor's office because it's 16 thumbs up in the building, not 13. I believe he gonna need some special. He gonna need some special counseling. We need to write him up a little slip going to the counselor's office. And but it's okay, Timothy. You still can be in the class, but we gonna get you some assistance. I might have to adjust my mic. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. I'm about to write you up myself. I'm gonna write the slip up myself. Okay, Timothy. But let me tell you why I have to talk in code. And I know some people, they just can't get it. I understand. Yeah, maybe a day will help them be the, you know what I'm saying? Be the boogie. I had talking code sometimes, right? You all gonna have talking code when you're on these streets, okay? Internet streets, I mean. When we trying to pass messages along and some of y'all just can't get it because you're lost in the sauce. And I understand. That's why I try to take my time with you all. Okay? I try to take my time. Because freedom of speech is not free. You understand what I'm saying? Freedom of speech is not free. And when people are trying to teach you something, when we know that everybody's being watched, not just targeted individuals, but everybody's being watched one way or the other, right? Freedom of speech is not free, and they're getting ready to, shut it down on these internet streets and more. And you think I'm just talking out the side of my neck, right? Hold on, let me get this letter for Timothy because I'm about to send him. He need a referral. Hold on, let me get this referral. Okay, let me refer Timothy to, because we got special classes here too. We love everybody because you might be neurodivergent. You know what I'm saying? So we need you here too, Timothy. Okay. You've been timeout. I don't know where you went. I don't know if you got in-house suspension or what, but I'm gonna send this on up to the office so they can get you some help, Timothy. Okay. Now, when I say we have to talk in class, in code on these internet streets, I mean what I say. You understand? There you go, Timothy. Go and carry that on up. They'll know what they're talking about. Carla and B-Dub, when they need a write-up, go and give them a write-up. You see the little pen and paper, I'll know what's up. Put their name beside it. We'll know. They got a write-up. We'll know they got a write-up. You know what I'm saying? You had to send them on up, give them some help. Okay? And it's okay. I love them all. One and all. Okay? Look here. Let me go on over here to help y'all out. Because why I have to speak in code sometimes, I know it's hard for y'all to follow. And let me say this. Do you know, I think on the 15th of this month, you're going to have to show your ID. You're going to have to prove who you are online, which is a good thing. I believe so. I believe it can help. But let me see. It might be some pros. It's always pros and cons to everything. But by the 15th of August, if you use Google if you use YouTube, you will have to verify who you are by submitting a copy of your ID card. Do you know that? Let's give it a hand clap just for kudos sake. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. I'm gonna let y'all hear this. It might help because it might cut down on the trolls. Let's put that in the pros section of showing your ID, because if you have a platform, they're going to require you to show your ID. Now, this is the word on the street. You ear hustling over here, okay? Until I get more and more, because I've been digging up this information. So, but I'm just giving y'all a peek listen in. When I get the full context, there's going to be a full live stream on it, okay? All right. So they're saying that you might have to show your ID card if you have a platform on YouTube. That's even if you try to be a troll, baby. You know how y'all be developing hundreds of accounts and stuff like that, trolling folks and doing all that craziness and trying to stalk folks through the internet. I don't know. You're gonna be responsible for every platform you create. That's right. Even if you don't make any content. You understand? Verification. Yeah. For some of my, you've been verifying for some of your channels. Okay, so that's good. B-Dub, no. Y'all, hold on, let me take that down. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all know. Hold on for a minute. Hold on for a minute. Y'all need to be on y'all job, because I see some clown in the building. He got to get up out of here. Get this clown, get David up out of here. Hold on, y'all. You're going to have to show the ID card. And that's not just getting paid or verifying just because you monetize or anything. No, they want to know who you are. Is this channel operated by you? And if you start, you know how it's been a lot of boycotts, and black folks can get on here and say, we boycott and Target. Who started the boycott? They want to track all that information down. That's right. There's pros and cons to it, I see. Like I said, when I get all the information, it's going to be on and popping. But let's ear hustle real quick to what I got so far.
What's happening in D.C. and what will soon happen to New York City and Baltimore and Oakland and Chicago and all these majority black cities is why the YouTube AI age verification and just age verification in general happening is so dangerous. And I keep saying this. I just did a whole interview with the New Yorker about why this is so dangerous. And if you don't know, YouTube, starting in 2 days on the 13th, is going to start verifying people's ages on a small scale and then move it on to everybody who uses YouTube and then eventually everybody who uses Google, because Google owns YouTube. Except they're not going to tell you that they're going to do that because they don't want mass pushback. But that's where it's going, because that's where it always ends up going. The whole point of what is happening in DC is to shut down resistance, is a show of force to scare people. That's why there has been $150 billion allocated to ICE. That is why the only thing getting funded is prisons and cops. And the role age verification on the internet plays a role in is that everything you do online, everything you search, everything
you do online, everything you search, we already know that they was watching. They gonna have you locked in for real.
So that when you can't protest in real life, but you can.
Come on, stop the buffering. But you try to protest on these internet streets and you got a platform. I don't care if you don't have a picture. I don't care if you don't make no content, but you know you socializing or you trolling.
Online, now
they gonna know who you are
too.
Automatically.
And it comes with a caveat.
Let's go. Stop the buffering.
Except it's not really a caveat. It's part of the future that not only will now you be forced.
We're gonna work through this buffering. I hate this. Hey, y'all see?
To upload your government ID online. The things that you once had access to are now going to be censored.
Censored. You heard me? Or you heard her? Get that report so you can know who she is. Y'all, you see that ticker going across your screen? Support the platform so we can get some more better Wi-Fi over here, because something ain't right. We need more Wi-Fi. Go ahead and hit the Cash App. Support the platform so you can come ear hustle and you can stay up on it. Okay? Let me give her a shout out over here.
What's happening in DC?
Thank you, sis. Oh, Lord. It's Omar Big Sister on TikTok. We tapped in. We was listening to it. Let me see if we can play it again without it buffering. But you can always support the platform.
What's happening in DC and what will soon happen to New York City and Baltimore and Oakland and Chicago and all these majority Black cities is why the YouTube AI age verification and just age verification in general happening is so dangerous. And I keep saying this. I just did a whole interview with the New Yorker about why this is so dangerous. And if you don't know, YouTube, starting in 2 days on the 13th, is going to start verifying people's ages on a small scale and then move it on to everybody who uses YouTube and then eventually everybody who uses Google, because Google owns YouTube. Except they're not going to tell you that they're going to do that because they don't want mass pushback. But that's where it's going, because that's where it always ends up going. The whole point of what is happening in DC is to shut down resistance, is a show of force to scare people. That's why there has been $150 billion allocated to ICE. That is why the only thing getting funded is prisons and cops. And the role age verification on the internet plays a role in is that everything you do online, everything you search, everything that you do will be tied to your government ID. So that when you can't protest in real life, but you can online, now that is cut off too. And it comes with a caveat, except it's not really a caveat, it's part of the feature that not only will now you be forced to upload your government ID online, the things that you once had access to are now going to be censored. YouTube doing this to protect teenagers is the same as them doing this in DC to stop crime. Because the features they're implementing here to protect teens are not bad features, like no more targeted ads, etc. Why isn't that the default here? That's a conversation for another day. It's the way they're implementing it. The ability to be anonymous, both online and in real life, is a gift. And if we let that go, it's over.
Baby.
What's happening in DC?
Pause for the call, sister. Thank you, Omar, big sister. You heard the report. We tapped in. We ear hustling today, y'all. Look here. The ability to be anonymous is over for you. Just like they try to be sneaky, like I was trying to tell some of my knuckleheads that came into the classroom late. I already sent up the slip for them to get some special assistance when they come to classroom. Okay? Timothy, your slip is submitted. Okay? When you come in the classroom, you don't know what's going on. I'm speaking in riddles and code. You might need to sit back till you can figure out how it's going to go down on these internet streets. Now, you cannot. The days of these trolls is over. You understand me? But it's also pros and cons to that, my people, my peeps. Starting boycotts and all that. Oh, you're going to have a target on your back. You're going to have a smooth target on your back. You heard me? The days of free communication, being anonymous is over for you on these internet streets. They want to know exactly who you are. No one, we ain't looking for your IP address. Who the hell just said that? Oh, we got your ID card. You understand me? All that switching, changing your IP, acting like you're living in Germany when you're right here in Tupelo, Mississippi, some damn well. Those days is over for you. Pros and cons on that. It's pros and cons. We gonna talk about it more when I get more information on it. They said it's gonna start with a small test group. It's gonna start with a small test group, right? Just like Washington, D.C., small test group. Martial law, small test group. I can't, President, I can't do martial law over the whole United States. Everybody, it'll be anarchy. small test group. And you don't mind it because it's getting them niggers off the street. Them thugs and whom you consider to be thugs. When the crime rate went down, when the crime rate had went down, when the city was looking up, but they're trying to make it look like the crime rate is up. You think I'm lying? Oh, no, I know you think I'm lying. You think I'm just trying to protect the black folks over there in D.C., let them run amok. No, if they commit a crime, go to jail, do the process, yada, 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 right? Didn't your president, the puppet, we're going to call him the puppet man, because the puppet masters are the shadow government operating the puppet man. Didn't your puppet man, didn't he fire the unemployment, what's her name? Somebody give it to me, if y'all know who I'm talking about. If y'all stay tapped in. Didn't he just fire her for giving out the reports that unemployment was up? And you know, Donald Trump don't like no negative reports. He like everything must be positive when it comes to what he's running. He's running this, well, he's the puppet man. That's the fall guy for the government, right? But he still got his little narcissistic ways. Everything must be right. Then he just fired her. What's her name? What is her name? Do y'all know before I have to look it up? Yeah, crime rate, what is down 30% in DC. But they trying to say, oh, we got to bring some doggone National Guards up in there. Like the police ain't handling it. No, you know why? We ain't gonna go wide that way, but I'm trying to make y'all understand the bigger plan. The small test results, just like it's coming here on YouTube, y'all trolls, is over for you. You heard me? Your troll days is done, son. So when you come over here, just understand you're going to learn something today. Whether we be ear hustling, whether you come in, I got several podcasts in the cooker. Okay? Several podcasts. We got a podcast called Is a Little Racism Okay? Now you want to talk about race issues? Go on that podcast. Because I'm going to talk about them over there. When we ear hustling, we ear hustling. We listening to word on the street. You understand? Then I got another podcast, Leave Black Women Alone. And that's for black men who always holler about they going to get the other nation of women. Go for it. Leave us alone. That's another podcast in the cooker. I've been on hiatus over there, but I'm going back on over there because I got some things to say. Got a lot for you to choose. You call me the new HBO. Call me the new HBO. I got a lot of stuff for you to choose from over here, and I'm developing another one for my Red Dawn people, for my people who know what's up. It's called Family Secrets. Survival at its fittest. I just got some stuff in the mail. I'm going to tap back in and go live probably later on this afternoon. Okay? About 4 podcasts, one in development. And that Family Secret, Survival at its fittest, that's a good one that you need to sit down with all your peoples and watch. And I'm talking about from your little ones to your grandma and pop. Okay? What we got? We got a scripture we rolling out with. Chapter 7 of Matthew's King James Version. 1, judge not that ye not be judged. 2, for with the judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged. And hold on, shoot. Let me put it up there, y'all. Put it up there for a minute, then I'm gonna finish reading because I hit the wrong button. Okay. One more again. Hold on, let me go to the big monitor, see if I can read it from there. Let me see. Ye shall be judged, and what meaning ye might. Yeah, I can't see it. The screen's too small. It's up there for you to see. It shall be measured to you again. Good one. I gotta look, y'all throw them Bible verses in there. As long as they coincide with what we're talking about, that's perfect. I'm gonna have to have. I have my Bible right here, but yes, because I got to verify. I got to verify scriptures too. Make sure we on the right track. Hey, that scripture don't want to go nowhere. Come on with it. It's a party, y'all. That's right. So over here, just call me the new HBO Cinemax, Tubi, Netflix. I got podcasts coming left and right for you. You can get right over here. I'm ethereal. If you didn't know, I am your godmother. Okay. Sometimes I gotta speak strong and swift. You know, to get you to understand what's going on in the land. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Check out any one of the podcasts, y'all. Or just come and pop in. I pop in and say hi, just live, just talk to you. Come on back in the building. I'm here for you. I'm here to talk to you. All right? I'm out, and much love.